Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
And good advice from TJ as far as checking back. You'll find in the coming days how the forecast track kind of wobbles back and forth. But as we get closer and get more information, getting hopefully a better handle towards the end of the week and the weekend, we want to keep our guard up as we check out the satellite photo close-up look. Structure-wise, I mean, it still looks, well organized, even though the wind speed has come down just a tad from 100 down to 90 miles per hour. What may have happened here now, hurricanes do not like dry air, and what may have happened is some drier air off the mountains of the Dominican Republic may have been ingested into the storm temporarily, weakening it a little bit. But now that it's moving away from the mountainous terrain of the Dominican Republic and moving over very warm waters, which these storms feed on near the Bahamas and points further north, we expect the size of the width of the storm to start to expand, and the wind speed start to ramp up once again. It has the potential to be at least a Category 3 hurricane later in the work week as it nears the Bahamas and off the coast of Florida. Here's the wider perspective. South Florida right in here, the Bahamas, and you can see that canopy of clouds spinning around. Here's the latest from the Hurricane Center. Top winds of 90, gusting to 120 miles per hour as it moves off to the west-northwest at 8 miles per hour. Now, confidence is continuing to grow that at least in the short term, this kind of a track passing through the Bahamas as a major hurricane and then coming very close to at least the Outer Banks of North Carolina by Friday. Now, obviously, any storm near the Carolina coastline becomes a real concern here into southern New England. The forecast track, at least from the National Hurricane Center, has it as a Category 3 storm off the East Coast. Now, this is Friday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and taking on more of a northward component as a strong storm near the Outer Banks of North Carolina on Saturday night, Sunday morning. Then here it is Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, fortunately weakening to a Category 1 hurricane, but hurricane nonetheless. This is no walk in the park here, and this is the official track right in here. This yellow area represents kind of the envelope of uncertainty. In other words, it can track as far east as out here, which means it's a complete miss, or as far west as, say, western Pennsylvania. But right now, taking this path down the middle of this yellow area, and all the more reason why a storm in this position becomes a real concern as far as significant rain and wind. We use so many computer models to predict the track of hurricanes. Each colored line represents a separate computer, and notice how they're all clustered, in other words, in good agreement with a pass near the Outer Banks of North Carolina by Friday, and then continuing a north track. Now, whether or not we get that hard right-hand turn out to sea, much like what Earl did last year, missing us completely, that option is on the table. But because this is such a close call, you really want to give some respect to this as far as serious weather here come the latter half of the weekend. So the timetable around here that we'll have to watch very closely would be around Sunday, Saturday night into Sunday. Temperature at 75, obviously gorgeous weather out there right now with the low humidity and very pleasant conditions. You can see tonight no weather problems anticipated at all. In fact, we're back to sunshine tomorrow morning, 67 to 77, setting up for a beautiful Wednesday afternoon with more sunshine before a weather system comes through on Thursday, giving us the chance of showers. Right now we're thinking Thursday evening, Thursday night, clearing out on Friday. All eyes on the weekend, especially Saturday night into Sunday. Whether or not the rain, the wind, and the surf is something of a nuisance or more of a concern remains to be seen. So just common sense stuff here says check back with us each night.
All right, thanks, Tony.